What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about dynamic range microphones. If you're in sales or you do a lot of Zoom calls or meetings, what is the best microphone for you? In this video, we're going to talk about what I recommend, what we actually use, and what I think is the best bang for your buck. So without further ado, let's get into it. If you do a lot of sales calls or you're constantly on Zoom meetings or Google Meets or Teams meetings, whatever the case may be, we do a lot of those type of meetings regularly. And typically I use my phone, but when I'm in the studio, I like to use a camera and a microphone. So most people favor the world famous SM7B microphone. And this is a great microphone. It's the microphone we use for every single podcast here at the studio. But when you're running Zoom calls and doing meetings, the challenge becomes you have to run the XLR port straight into some sort of interface, whether you have a Rodecaster or a regular interface. Then you need the driver to go into your Zoom, and it creates a lot of technical difficulties. Sometimes it doesn't read it, and if you're right before a Zoom call, you guys all know that feeling where like, oh crap, I got to get all the tech together, everybody's waiting on me. And sometimes you have to totally bail on it, which again, not knocking the SM7B microphones. They're incredible microphones, great. Another thing about the SM7B is you have to have a cloud lifter, especially if you don't have a Rodecaster or any way to manage the gain. So that leads us into what I actually use on my Zoom calls. I actually use the Fifine Tank 3 when I do Zoom calls or sales calls or anything like that, because what's really cool about it is it has a USB direct port. So it plugs right into the laptop, which makes it super easy. There's not any technical difficulties. There's also a headphone jack that goes right into the back of it, and like as you can see, we're currently recording on an XLR cable, so it has a lot of functionalities, and for the bang for its buck, I think it's incredible value. So you have these gain controls here internally where you could adjust the gain, also the headphone volume. So I think that's really cool. And let's talk about price point. It's literally $70 to $80 depending on your market, where these guys are going to run you $400 brand new, and then you need to get the XLR cables plus Rodecaster plus cloud lifter. So you're looking at probably close to $1,000 setup if you want to use something like this. Again, not that it's a bad microphone. It's an incredible dynamic range microphone. But for when we're doing sales calls and we're doing something quick, I use the Fifine Tank 3. Again, it's incredible value. It's $80. It goes right into the headphone. And then paired with it, we have the Fifine BS1, which is this nice stand. And honestly, it feels very high value. It has like these grippy things right here. It's thick, so it's not going to tip over. Even we actually use these currently in our studio to mount the SM7B mics on, and it's adjustable. It has an adjustable mic thing that goes up and down. See, fancy. And I also like how this is very mobile. It can move up and down. And again, listen to the sound quality. I've recorded this entire video on it for you to hear the sound quality. So the sound quality is exceptional. So I would recommend the Fifine Tank 3 if you're looking for a quick, affordable solution to plug right into your Zoom calls, right into your Google Meets, right into your sales meetings, whatever you're running. The Fifine Tank 3 is my go-to mic when I'm doing real life sales calls, things like that. Any type of calls I'm taking it on the Fifine 3 and coupled with the BS1. So if you're not familiar with Fifine as a company, they have a lot of really cool mics that have a ton of value to offer. So go ahead and check them out. I'm going to leave a link to their products in a description. So make sure that you check them out. Again, that's my recommendation on affordable dynamic mic that you could plug right into all your calls. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you got some value out of this, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.